Hi, it's Joe. Welcome to the Quilt Report. Well, I've got a whole bunch of this quilted on this side and on that side. It's time to roll. It's time for me to roll up what I have quilted and get to the middle so that I can get all the way there. That's the most confusing part about the old-fashioned quilting frame. The way all quilts were done in the 1800s is that you quilt from the outside in. Somehow in the 20th century, the idea arose that you have to quilt from the inside out because otherwise you would have wrinkles and fullness in there. That's not true. All quilts used to be, and many quilts still are, quilted from the outside in. This is the way it was always done. And the reason you don't have fullness is because the quilt, all three layers are held taut from the very beginning of the process. It's like a trampoline, and there's no fullness to gather. And so you don't have to worry. You don't even have to baste. You just sit down and start quilting. And so it's a glory to me of the old-fashioned frame is the quilt sitting here. I can just sit down and go to work. I don't have to mess with it. A lot of people used to hang them from the ceiling instead of having legs like this. And that works too, of course. But the principles of the frame are the same no matter how it's suspended in the air for you to sit down and quilt comfortably at. Okay, need to roll it towards the middle. So that means I've removed the pins that were pinning this to the board. So now I just take off one clamp, take off the other clamp, and then I try to do it straight, and I roll the finished part up as far as I have it quilted, and then reclamp. It's that simple. Try to keep it tight. Reclamp, sit down, and quilt up as far as I can reach. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I've removed the pins from the part I want to roll up. Take one clamp off, take the other clamp off, and roll up the part I have quilted. Is that it? I think that's about as far as I can go. You think I could go one more? I'm not sure. I think that's about as far as I could go. And then I can sit down and quilt. I'll have to roll it a couple more times to reach the very middle. And for that, eventually, I'll have to take out these long sideboards and put in some shorter sideboards. And that'll make it easier to reach all the way to the middle. But that's it. You can Google Joe Cunningham Threads magazine, and you'll find an article I wrote a long time ago, 20 or 25 years ago, about how to make and use a quilt frame. And in the Threads magazine there, you'll find plans for these legs. The simple 2x4s and 1x2s that you can get at the lumberyard cheaply, and I show how the measurements and the legs are pretty self-explanatory. Anybody with a saw and a screw gun can put one together in short order. So check that out. Google Joe Cunningham Threads magazine, and you'll find that article. All right. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.